Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. I don't even know why I do that every time. I already tested it like a million times. I know it's working. We are back. It's Friday. Y'all made it through. Well, we all made it through another week. And we got a great show. But before we get into the show and I go into everything, man, it's been a long week. We're in November. But I just want to take a pause because it's been a lot of stuff going on, and you know, we lost my big sister. You know, a lot of people that we're close to have lost people, and I just want to just say that, you know, while you have time and breath in your body, reach out to those people that you say you love and that you hold near and dear to your heart. Give them their flowers while they're here, man. Even if it's just you. If you think, I'm guilty of this. If I'm thinking about somebody, I'll be like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about them. I have, fun thoughts about them. I love them. But if you don't call them when you're thinking about them, they don't know that you're thinking about them. And, you don't want to ever have that moment pass and then it's gone forever. Now, thankfully, my big sister was, she made sure she let everybody know, and we had just seen her, and we had plans, but she's back home. She's looking down on us, and it's a beautiful thing when you know where the person has elevated to, right? So if you got people that you love, man, just take that time. Stop and do it, whatever you're doing. Shoot them a text. That's the beauty of today technology. You can shoot a text message and say, hey, I love you. I'm thinking about you. I'm not a big communicator, but that's something that I have to be intentional about. And yeah, man, it sucks, but I know my sister, and I know she's laughing, and she got everybody up in heaven having a good time. So until we meet again, sis, I love you, and every day. Now, on to what we got going today. We have my guest, man, and this is gonna be a great show because he's an expert in a field that I was kind of tiptoeing in and out of while I was serving. But just a little bit about him. He's the interim chief diversity officer and the adjunct professor in the College of Education and Human Development at Augusta University. He received his doctorate in education, which I am working on right now, from Augusta University. He also serves as the Director of Office of a Multicultural Student Engagement. In his capacity as the director, he has served as co-champion for the interwoven theme of diversity, equity, and inclusion for Augusta University's strategic plan, which is creating a legacy like no other. He also has helped lead the institution's African American Male Initiative Program and implemented the office's Multicultural Mentorship Program. This is awesome. As a practitioner and scholar, he has worked nearly 10 years to ensure that all individuals, regardless of ethnicity, sex, or socioeconomic status, has equitable access to knowledge, community, and resources. And if you ain't pumped up like I'm pumped up, man, I don't know, there's something wrong. You need to go get your coffee. I know it's late. But do what you gotta do, because we are live. What's going on, Dr. Green?
What's going on, Marte?
How
Man,
are you?
I feel really good to be here, man. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, I feel good because I know that you're busy, and you accepted the call, and thank you.
Man, I appreciate that intro. I feel really pumped to have this conversation. It's like one of the first times I've had an intro like that. So thank you for that.
Look, you know, in the military, they always told us that you find somebody that's doing what you want to do, and you go sit at the table with them because they're the subject matter experts, or we call them the SMEs. And when I heard that, not only were you working you're over the diversity inclusion, which we call the equal opportunity representatives or advisors and stuff like that. But then when I found out that you have your doctor of education, which is something that I'm working on like right now, is beating me up. It's a lot of reading and writing. Oh my
It is. It
god.
is. It
Oh
is.
my
Hey
god.
man, one day at a time is definitely it's a journey and it's a haze as I call it. But it's something that once you get to the end of the tunnel, it's definitely worth it. So I'm definitely pushing you to get through anything I can do to help. You just let me know.
Yes, sir. I would definitely be knocking and calling and screaming. My lifeline help.
I understand.
What are they asking me? Okay, so I have a tendency to go down rabbit holes, and so one of my things for this year and moving forward was to be mindful of time. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to be a good steward of time. Now we don't have a time limit, but
Okay.
if anything you need to get up and go, just smash that wrap it up B button.
I got somebody. I didn't see that. Where is that? But no, yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm looking forward to a good long conversation.
Okay, awesome. All right, so let's open it up.
Huh?
Who are you? Where are you from? And what do you do?
Yeah. Again, it's a really pleasure to be here. The name is Garrett Green. I am born and raised in Augusta, Georgia,
Okay.
and it's so great to work in Augusta, Georgia, because I have really such an appreciation for how the city and the community has really set me up to be, the person I am today. I went to Brookwood Elementary, which is a school in the CSRA. Went to Evans Middle, Evans High, and went to church at Good Hope Missionary Baptist Church. And anytime I talk about myself, I always talk about my education as well as kind of my church and ministry experience, because those were anchors and really, helping me, be who I am. And I'm
Absolutely.
really appreciative of my parents and instilling in me the importance of school and the importance of church and faith. Also, I love athletics. Played football growing up. Played defensive end. I remember in rec ball probably when I was like 11, and as I started to get older, and I slimmed down a little bit. In middle school, I played strong safety and played strong safety all the way up until I graduated Evans High School in 2008. And then from there at the high school, and talking a little bit more about my high school kind of past. In high school, all I really did was play sports. Wasn't really involved. Wasn't in any student organizations, or wasn't in any type of leadership positions. And also, even in high school, I didn't even have the best grades. I was one of those people who really was just doing enough just to get by.
Making it.
Yeah, just making it right.
Yeah.
I loved watching ESPN, and I loved playing football. That's something I knew that I loved, and that's all I really wanted to do. But I did have a cousin, my first cousin. Her name is Michelle Prophet. She went to Georgia Southern. She's 2 years older than me, and she's somebody that I always kind of looked up to growing up. She went to Burke County High School, which is a neighboring school in the area, and she was like the homecoming queen of Burke County and had straight A's, and she was just always somebody that I admired. So when she went to Georgia Southern, I was like, maybe I should look at Georgia Southern. My cousin's going there. She look out for me. It's not too far away from home. It'll be a great kind of step in shaping me to whatever that next step is. So
Right.
I go to Georgia Southern in 2008 after I graduated from high school. And my first year there, I pretty much did almost the same thing I did when I was in high school. I played intramural flag football. I worked out at the gym, and we partied a good bit.
Oh yeah.
And
That happens.
it does happen. It does happen, right? But again, my cousin, being the positive role model she was a junior when I got there. She was a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. She was an orientation leader. She had numerous jobs on campus. She was doing amazing things. So again, me kind of copying her, I was like, dang, like, I want to do what she's doing. So I got a job on campus, and from that job, which specifically working at the campus rec center, I learned that I could work in higher education as a professional. So my mindset kind of switched from, I wanted to do something with sports. Specifically, I wanted to be like Stuart Scott. I wanted to work at ESPN and
Right.
Sports Center. But from that and seeing her do all the things that she was doing, and for me getting my exposure with working on campus, I decided I wanted to work in higher education as a profession. So I got involved in student government, became the SGA president. After I graduated with my undergrad in communications, I stayed at Georgia Southern and got my master's. Had some really great experiences there that really set me up for my first job here at Augusta University, which was a little over 8 years ago.
Okay.
And I've been at AU since.
Really?
Yep, and been enjoying it. So it's just as I think about my experience, I don't know if I ever really tell my cousin this as much as I should, but like she like played such a pivotal role in me kind of just following in her footsteps to get to where I'm at. And she's not in higher education. Matter of fact, she works for Shonda Rhimes in like marketing and communications, doing amazing things there.
Okay.
But like her path and her positive influence really shaped me to be in education and be a leader and kind of be where I'm at right now.
Yeah, it's awesome that you said that because it reminds me of my mom used to always say, "You never know who's watching."
Yeah,
And it wasn't even like a sibling. I mean, she was kind of like a sibling. I mean, that's what my cousins were like siblings for me because I was the oldest, and so I didn't have anybody before my siblings came. And so like my older cousins were the ones that I looked up to, and that's awesome that you had that good role model, somebody that was blazing the path for you and kind of showing you what right looks like. That's awesome.
yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, you really kind of underestimate the value of that. Even just somebody just telling you we're a good place